Hey everyone, thanks so much for stopping by at the Peppered Peach today. We're going to be checking out something from Magnolia Cookbook, volume number 1, which I've never made before, so this is going to be a first time for us here, which is the Dulce de Leche apple pie. And so I don't know why I've never made this before, because I genuinely love apple pie and it looks amazing in the book. So let's try it out, see if we love it. Maybe it's going to be a staple, maybe it'll be a Thanksgiving staple, I don't know, but let's check it out. All right, so our first step is to get our apples ready to go. So I have 5 pounds of Honeycrisp apples here. We're going to peel these and we're gonna chop them up into thin slices and get them ready for the stove. So let's go. You want a piece of apple? You're so beautiful. All right, y'all, they're all peeled. Let's get to slicing. Okay, so now that our apples are all peeled and sliced, we're at the stove. We're gonna heat up some of our butter. We have 4 tablespoons of salted butter. Okay, and we're gonna let this melt down. Once it's melted, we're then going to add in our brown sugar, I believe. Let me check the recipe book, but yes, melt, then brown sugar, and we'll let that stir up. Okay, yeah, so it's, once the butter's melted, we're gonna add in our brown sugar, our granulated sugar, allspice, cinnamon, and nutmeg. So it's gotta get this butter melted first. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so our butter is melted. So I'm going to add in our brown sugar, our granulated sugar, our nutmeg, our allspice, and our cinnamon. I'm always tempted to throw in more cinnamon than it calls for, but I'm gonna trust this recipe. I just love the cinnamon taste in all desserts. we're going to let this combine. Once this becomes a little bit more of a sauce and it's all melted into the butter, we're gonna add in our apples. Okay guys, it is time to add in our 5 million pounds of apples. All right, let's add it. I hope this pan's big enough. Oh, I have a case of the funnies here. All right, let's see. I'm taking some apples out. We're gonna stir this up. These will start to reduce in size. So that's gonna happen, but just gonna let it, time, we need time. I know Mark behind me is saying you should have used a bigger pan. He always calls me out on when I get a pan that's too small or a bowl that's too small, and 99% of the time, he's right. But you know what? It's already reducing, so I feel better about it. I actually will add a few more apples. And we actually cover this and we let it reduce. So I'm gonna add a few more apples and then we'll cover it and we'll let it do its magic. And I'll keep stirring occasionally. Okay, covered. Okay, so our apples are soft. Our liquid is boiling, so we are going to take our flour and we're gonna spread this around, and then we're gonna cook this for about 5 to 10 minutes. The flour is gonna kind of help as an agent because we don't want too much liquid in our pie, so that should help. Actually, use these two to just stir this together. And we'll let this go, like I said, for about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, it's been about 5-6 minutes. I'm gonna take this off the burner. We're gonna let this come to room temp, so we'll leave this out for a couple minutes and then we'll start putting our pie together. All right, so our apples look perfect. We're gonna head over to the counter because we're gonna prepare these now for our pie crust. So this pie crust is made already. I did it in advance, but you can get this, you know, if you don't have time to make the pie crust, just buy one. No one cares. No one will know. They won't know. They won't know. Okay, so we lined this down with our first, because we're using 2, and we're now gonna use a slotted spoon, and we're going to make a little pile here. And we wanna make sure that we don't get, you know, a lot of the juice has been absorbed. But she does want us to spread some juice, and I'm like, there's really not that much juice left here, all right? But we're gonna go for the slotted spoon, see what happens. Okay. She says to mound the apples in the center, which is exactly what I'm doing. And then we have the dulce de leche in this little bowl right here. And once I have this all mounded together, I am going to warm that up, and then we're going to drizzle that on top of this. Now, Lewis saw these apples sitting here in the pan, and he said, "Oh, can you leave me some?" No. Did he ask politely? I'm just kidding. All right. I actually don't want to overstuff it too much because I don't want it to be too much. Okay, let's try that. I'll leave him a little bit because I'm nice. All right, so let's warm this up 30 seconds, at least until we can drizzle it over. I'm gonna go to the microwave. So we have our dulce de leche. Now let's drizzle on top. Not really drizzling. That's okay. There we go. Feels weird to me that we're not going to spread out the apples. Does anyone else feel that way? Okay, so heat 1/4, we did that for about 30 seconds. Done it, we drizzled it, done. Cover the pie. I'm just gonna spread it out just ever so lightly. You know, while I'm spreading around the dulce, I'm just gonna, all right, now we're gonna take our other pie crust and we are going to cover the pie. Crust, so we want to put this on and then we want to crisp these together. Yeah, pretty closed. Whew. Maybe the mound was so that there was enough room to crimp it on the sides. That's my guess now, because it's gonna fold into, as it bakes, it's gonna spread out. I'm just talking to myself. These are the things I think about inside. I know there's a very fancy way to make this look like it was professionally done, but guess what? I'm not professional. I'm just a regular lady over here. Okay. All right. So now we're going to brush the top crust lightly with milk. And then we're going to cut a little slice in the center. She gave me it says a tablespoon of milk. Can't imagine using a whole tablespoon here. What do we think? No, right? Yeah, okay. It's nicely coated. That's all that matters. All right, so let me get my knife. Okay, and now, we're gonna cut 2-inch slits in the top to release, so that it can release some steam. All right, so I am going to cut here. It's a little bit more than 2 inches. Oh, I didn't do it by center. It's gonna drive me crazy. Okay, we'll do that, that's fine. Okay, that's okay. A little off center, but you know what? It's fine. Okay. All right, let's put this in the oven. This goes in the oven for 25 minutes at 425. Then we reduce the temperature to 325 and let it go for another 45 minutes. So let's get this in there. Okay, see you in 25 minutes we change it, 45 minutes after that, at 325, then we'll cut into it with some ice cream and eat it. All right guys, our dulce de leche apple pie is all done. It smells so good, I can't wait to try it. So let's dig in. Oh yeah. This is super good. It is magical. It tastes so good. The apples are so perfect. I love that extra added little sweet treat of the dulce de leche. It is so good. Definitely a repeat. I will definitely be making this for Thanksgiving. You know, I love apple pie with a crumble on top. but this actually is super, super good. It's gonna be a hard one to not make. So super easy to make, as you saw. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you make this at home, please let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for stopping by at the Peppered Peach, and I'll catch you next time. Apples are all peeled and they're sliced thinly. We're gonna head to the stove. We're headed here. We're here. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. See, these would all fit in here. I just want to make a note. They would have.